And Arizona voters could decide which party controls the narrowly divided U.S. Senate. Democrat Kyrsten Sinema faces Republican Martha McSally for the seat of retiring Republican Jeff Flake. Tonight, polls show the candidates are in a dead heat. Correspondent Jason Calvi returns to Phoenix, Arizona. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Lauren. Democrats hope to flip this seat. They haven't held a Senate seat in Arizona since 1995. President Donald Trump won this state by 3.5 points. Tonight, Republican Martha McSally is rallying in the very spot where Senator John McCain and Senator Barry Goldwater wrapped up their presidential campaigns.
All right, so God bless you all. God bless America. God bless Arizona.
Congresswoman Martha McSally was valedictorian of her class at a Catholic school in Rhode Island. Now the former fighter jet pilot hopes to land in the Senate.
On border security, I am working closely with President Trump to secure our border, build a wall, crack down on sanctuary cities, right? Fix our broken immigration system, close these loopholes.
It's almost showtime in a very close race with Democratic Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema. Sinema's a former Green Party activist, the first member of Congress to say she has no religious affiliation. And she's making headlines after declaring she's attracted to both men and women. She calls herself a bipartisan moderate and holds one of the most conservative House voting records among Democrats.
I know Arizonans deserve a senator who just solves problems. Not in a Republican way or a Democratic way, but just solves the problems.
Our EWTN poll of Catholic voters finds immigration is a top issue for Catholic voters. Both candidates say they support sending troops to the U.S.-Mexican border. But on abortion, McSally and Sinema diverge.
Important decisions such as that should be made between a woman, her family, and her doctor, free from government interference.
I am pro-life, and I have a very strong pro-life record.
In Arizona, conservative Republican Barry Goldwater held a Senate seat for 5 terms. His son tells me he backs McSally.
She is a conservative, and the great thing about a conservative, we have a foundation that's based on principles of limited government, personal responsibility. We want a government that is not intrusive in our lives, but creates a cradle to help those who are less fortunate. We believe in a strong defense.
Even though she's a Democrat, Sinema wants to be seen as an independent.
I've been ranked the 3rd most independent member of Congress, and it's because I'm willing to stand up against my party to do what's right.
But Republicans really want to grow their 51-seat Senate majority, and pro-life groups across the country are helping them in that work. Right here in Arizona, the Susan B. Anthony list has knocked on 52,000 doors for McSally. Lauren?
We've seen the party heavyweights hitting the stage in other close Senate races. Tell us what's happening there in Arizona.
It's really the tale of 2 campaigns, 2 races. You've got McSally, the Republican. She's been helped by President Donald Trump, Vice President Pence, Donald Trump Jr., all rallying for McSally here in Arizona. Whereas the Democrat, Sinema, hasn't had any of those big names like former President Barack Obama campaigning for her. She's really trying to reach out to moderates, to centrists, as well as Republican women who may be turned off by President Obama.
Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi reporting in Phoenix. Excellent reporting. Thank you, Jason.